Hello there and welcome to a brand new Hobby Streak week. This week we start with day 2294 and once again we're back to playing roleplay on a Sunday night. So last week ended with a bit of D&D, sort of a homebrew version where we're playing just normal characters rather than actual heroes, and it's a lot of fun and it's a brilliant laugh. I absolutely love it. On to today. This basically my day was full today with decorating my parents' house, so I didn't really have enough time to do much else other than stick Professor X and the Shadow King together from Marvel Crisis Protocol. So I clipped them all off, cleaned them all up, glued them together, and yeah, they're pretty nice miniatures. Gonna spray them up. Hopefully, if the weather gets a tiny little bit warmer, I've got a sort of a bit of a backlog that needs to be sprayed up. And yeah, that was today, basically. Not much done, because I didn't really have enough time. Today is day 2295, and I'm going to finish off the Plague Marines for Kill Team. I wanted to get them finished last week, but sadly I didn't have enough time, and today I'm going to put a couple of hours in, well, an hour and extra today and an hour extra tomorrow to make up for yesterday. And in doing so, I managed to get these guys finished. They've been an absolute blast to paint. Really love them. Lots of lovely detail. And each one is filled with character. And again, they are such a blast to paint. I really have enjoyed it. They all stand out as well from each other. There's no repetition. So if you're like me and you hate batch painting, at least when you paint them, you've got different things to do with each model. It's not just the same thing over and over again. It did, however, take all 3 hours to finish these guys off because there is so much detail on there. And I wanted to add a little bit of extra sort of wear and tear on the guys. But I'm really happy with the way they've come out. But I am also really happy that they are over and done with. Now I can crack on with some other stuff, which I'll start tomorrow, which is probably going to be more Star Wars Shatterpoint, because I haven't painted that for a while. Like I said, they're absolute blast to paint. I am, however, very happy that they're finished and over and done with, because now I can get on with more stuff. It's just a shame these guys took longer than I thought they would. Today is 2296, and I'm going to be starting the Star Wars Shatterpoint. Can't remember the name of it. Stronger Than Fear. There we go. Squad pack. One half of the Rebels, which they decide to split into two. Which means I spent 90 quid on 2 boxes, and people complain that Games Workshop is expensive, but still, they are really, really lovely models to paint. I am also ecstatic to be painting something other than Games Workshop for a while. And plus, as well, the quicker I get these guys done, the sooner I can get out and buy that Boba Fett pack, because I'm committed to painting what I've got when it comes to Star Wars Shatterpoint before actually buying more, because otherwise my pile of shame, which is already massive, is just going to get bigger. I got as far as I could with these guys. However, I did have a couple of issues with some of my paints being a bit too dry, so I had to sort of dampen those, so that probably burned up some time. Last thing I did was a wash wall. Very excited to continue these guys tomorrow. Hopefully be finished by, what are we today, Wednesday? Hopefully be finished by Friday. Today is day 2297, and I'm going to continue with the Star Wars Rebel Pack, or the first Star Wars Rebel Pack, I should say. Picked up where I left off from yesterday. However, I woke up a little bit later than I would have liked to have done today, because I didn't get much sleep last night, because it's so cold in my flat that it just kept waking me up. So I didn't get as far done as I'd have liked to have. We did finish off the vast majority of them. Why am I saying we? It's me. I finished off the vast majority of them, which it's pretty good. They should be finished tomorrow. It was basically mostly, so once I finished off yesterday's stuff, it was mostly like straps and little bits of metal. These guys are pretty fun to paint, apart from Ezra. Ezra's a little bit annoying, to be honest. I don't really like the pose either. I think he's a very very bad, sort of badly posed model compared to the rest of the stuff with Star Wars Shatterpoint. It's really weird. But yeah, ended up with a sort of finishing on a wash wall anyway. Hopefully they should be finished tomorrow. A package arrived, well actually 2 packages arrived in the post. The first one contained some matte black spray. If you watch my videos, you know I love that stuff. 2 bags of 30 dice, because I haven't used my dice in a while and I'd like to get some more. 2 boxes of Tyranid Hormigants, because I'm trying to grow them. And then lastly, the Mass Effect board game, Priority something or other, I can't remember. Halgaz, there you go, Halgalaz or whatever that is, arrived as well. Shockingly, another package arrived as well. This time it was from Element Games. Some black Templar paint, so I can finally start painting my nids. And Operation Halo Flashpoint. What do I call Operation Halo Flashpoint arrived as well. So big day for me. Lastly, I also had a game of 40k. This time it was my nids versus some Space Marines. Only 1,000 points, but it was a lot of fun. Still sort of getting used to the 10th edition, to be honest. I haven't played that many games of it, but really, really had a good time. Today is day 2098, and I'm going to continue with the Star Wars Shatterpoint Rebels box. However, I'm not going to get it finished, annoyingly. I think it's because I still need to get a larger paintbrush. I'm still painting with this tiny little stupid thing, so I need to invest in some much larger ones so I can actually get things done a lot quicker. I'm going to have to wait a couple of weeks because I've got something on pre-order that is about to come out and cost a lot of money, so I need to keep all my money back for that. I am nearly there, though. It's mostly just sort of finishing off Zeb and, well, sort of a few minor details on the bases. So they should be finished tomorrow, even though I only have about 45 minutes to deal with all that. Should be able to get it done. And then I can start the next batch of Star Wars Shatterpoint stuff, which is the other Rebels. Today is day 2299. I'm going to finish off Zeb and gang. Only have 45 minutes. But there is not much left to do, so it didn't take too long whatsoever. Had a blast painting these guys. I'm looking forward to painting the rest of the Rebels, which I'll start tomorrow. And now I've also got an excuse to buy the next Star Wars Shatterpoint set as well, which is probably going to be the Boba Fett set. So I really like the look of that set. I would get the Han, Leia, and Luke one, but that's a lot of white, and to be honest, I can't be bothered to paint any more white at the moment, so that'll have to wait till next year. I really do love the Star Wars Shatterpoint stuff, but by Jove, there is a lot of white thanks to all the Cologne Troopers and the Stormtroopers. I did have a break in between painting. I did actually want to go out and spray some stuff, but as you can see, the wind is pretty bad in the UK at the moment, or especially where I live, and it's really horrible and muggy outside, kind of wet and raining, so I went back inside and finished off the painting, and then hoped and prayed that the weather would die down a little bit. And as I was finally doing the finishing touches to these guys, the weather went a little bit more sort of pleasant. Not much, it was still freezing cold outside, but I rushed out and sprayed some nids. Quite a lot of nids, actually, for my nid army. I've still got some left, more spray, but most are done. Today is day 2300, and I'm going to start work on the other Star Wars Shatterpoint Rebels set, the Make the Impossible Possible. It's all really annoying that Atomic Mass split the set to make more money, as the Star Wars Shatterpoint stuff is not cheap. It's actually far more expensive than Games Workshop stuff for what you actually get. But the models are high quality, and if you want to play the game, then you have to buy the models. And these guys are absolutely fantastic models. They are really, really lovely. Atomic Mass always do a fantastic job with their models, I think. But again, the price-wise is why I stopped collecting every single set, because just the release schedule of this and Marvel Crisis Protocol just basically priced me out. I can't afford like £300 a month on models. I only did about an hour and a half today. My heart wasn't really into painting. It's really muggy and gross and windy and wet and rainy and horrible in the UK at the moment. And yeah, it just kind of like sucked all the fun out, just hearing the wind blast against the window. Meant I couldn't be bothered. Quite happy with this week, however. We finished off those, the Plague Marines, the kill team. Very happy with how they've come out. Absolutely fantastic models. 100% recommend that kill team set. And I'm very happy with the first Rebels group as well. Very fun to paint. I did actually break Kanan's lightsaber because I accidentally clipped it as I moved my hand, but it re-glued fine. Next week, finish off these guys. Going to do some Marvel Crisis Protocol stuff. We haven't done some of that in a while, and then I'm going to head back to Marvel Zombies and Blackstone Fortress. If you want to see that, give the channel a subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.